the Joe Moore award-winning line of the last 2 seasons that Michigan has had, and they've had their share of struggles, and it's really going to be up to them to protect J.J. McCarthy, but also to give these running backs some holes, and also, in the run game, J.J. McCarthy, if his ankle isn't good to go, I mean, that takes away a big part of the threat that he provides teams as a runner. So, I think it's going to be really fun to watch Blake Corum and Trevion Henderson and what they can do against these defenses.
So much on the line. Number 2, number 3, the East title, the playoff spot, all that. Big noon kickoff on Fox. Angelique Changelis of the Detroit News. As always, we appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
This is the Big Ten Blitz, Illinois.
And here to talk about Illinois is Steve Kelly of the Illini Network. Illinois in a situation very similar to Nebraska. They need one more win to become bowl eligible. And, boy, Steve, I thought you were going to get it last week. You had the lead late in Iowa City, but as we all know, the Hawkeyes seem to win more than their fair share of those tie games.
Well, their defense was so good, but Illinois handled it and had the lead for much of the game. But it came down to field position and a big play, and Iowa came up with that. They've got an outstanding punter, as you know, and Torrey Taylor, and he was booming them and putting Illinois deep all day long, and then they broke off that 30-yard scoring run late, and that's all she wrote. But a win against Northwestern would give Illinois a 3rd straight over the Wildcats and a 2nd straight bowl eligibility situation. Illinois hadn't gone to back-to-back bowl games since 2010 and 11, so that is certainly on the table for Saturday's game.
Before we get into breaking down the game of the Cats, I know that it came out midweek that the 2 guys on the defensive line, Keith Randolph and Johnny Newton, are both going to go pro. I would guess that wasn't a huge surprise around Champaign, was it?
No, not really. And Newton even went further. He said he would not play in a bowl game. If he hopes that Illinois gets there, and he hopes that the rest of his guys get a chance to play in a bowl game, but he won't do that. Randolph didn't go quite that far. And, I'm not sure Randolph is 100% gone, but I think he'll certainly entertain the conversation. I think Brett Bielema might make an attempt to get him to stay, but Newton's definitely gone. He'll be a first-round draft pick. I'm not sure about Randolph. He might be a 3rd rounder or something like that. So, but the law firm, as Brett Bielema named them a couple of years ago, Newton and Randolph will not be playing together at Illinois beyond Saturday.
All right, let's jump into this matchup. The Illini have had some recent success against these Wildcats. Break this one down for us. What do you see as some of the keys in this one?
Well, John Paddock will get his 3rd start at quarterback for Illinois. He went all the way last week, even though Luke Altmaier had been cleared to play. So he's going to get the start, and I would guess would go most of the way today unless he's hurt. Altmaier is, as I mentioned, cleared to play. He could come in, but Altmaier, I think, is everybody's quarterback of the future, and he started the first 9 games and had a pretty good year going, except for the Penn State game where he threw 4 interceptions, but he started to come around before he got hurt. But Paddock, I think, might be able to move the ball through the air. Illinois needs to run the ball on Northwestern. They couldn't run the ball on Iowa. I think it's a little more probable that they can get some ground gain with Reggie Love in the backfield against the Wildcats. And Northwestern is not bad defensively against the pass. And what a story Northwestern is. Who would have thought that they would be already bowl eligible, sitting on 6 wins going into this last game?
Crazy year. David Braun, just mail him the trophy for Coach of the Year. He does a great job. So, Illinois hosting the Wildcats in Northwestern, 2:30 Central on BTN. Steve Kelly of the Illinois Network. Steve, we appreciate the time. All fall.
No problem. I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Cornerstone Bank is committed to providing you game-changing solutions for your financial needs. Bank on a solid foundation. Cornerstone Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. The current time is 12 minutes after 10 a.m. Central in Lincoln. The current temperature at Memorial Stadium is a chilly 25 degrees. It feels like 12. The wind is out of the northeast at 15 miles per hour. Bundle up if you're coming to the game today. I'm Matt Coatney in the Acres Broadcast Center, and the Big Ten Blitz continues.
Around the Big Ten, Ohio State.
Number 2, Ohio State, and number 3, Michigan, both undefeated, will meet in the Big House for the 119th edition of the game on Saturday. The Wolverines have won the last 2 games in the series after Ohio State had won 8 straight from 2012 to 2019. Ohio State is seeking a 7th Big Ten title game appearance with a win over Michigan. The Wolverines trying for their 3rd straight appearance in the Big Ten title game and seeking perhaps their 3rd straight Big Ten championship. This game will represent the 13th meeting between the 2 rivals when they're both ranked in the Associated Press top 5. Ohio State is 7-4-1 in such games. With the Buckeyes, I'm Matt Andrews.
Around the Big Ten, Purdue.
The Boilermakers finished their first year under Ryan Walters with the annual clash against Indiana for the Old Oaken Bucket. Both teams enter the game at 3-8, but the cliche holds here. You can throw those numbers away with state pride on the line. Purdue has found its rushing attack. The Boilermakers have run for more than 300 yards in back-to-back games. They're hoping to get quarterback Hudson Card and outside linebacker Nick Scorton back after missing last week's game with injuries. From Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, I'm Tim Newton.
Tim Newton, thank you very much. I'm Matt Coatney in the Acres Broadcast Center. That's the Big Ten Blitz, and that will wrap up the Countdown to Kickoff show. The Matt Rule pregame show comes your way next.
The Matt Rule pregame show is brought to you by the 1890 Initiative, helping Husker student athletes navigate name, image, and likeness. To learn more or to donate, visit 1890nebraska.com. Also brought to you by the NDOT. Buckle up.
Good morning from Memorial Stadium, where today the Nebraska Cornhuskers will wrap up the regular season in the Heroes game against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Short week. How much did it benefit you to have one of these earlier in the season to kind of get a routine ready for this quick turnaround?
Yeah, I thought it was great for the guys. You know, they did it in Illinois. They kind of knew what to expect. Obviously, throw in the Thanksgiving holiday, that brings a little bit different flavor. But I think having played already on Thursday, played on Friday, that's really helped us.
You had a really physical game with Wisconsin. A lot of guys coming off field, both teams. It was just a physical football game. How big of the challenge this week been just to physically get your team ready to play again?
Yeah, our training staff's done a great job. The players have done a great job to get themselves healthy and get themselves back. And, you know, our commitment to playing a lot of guys early in the year has paid off on offense as we've lost guys. And then it pays off in weeks like this on defense where, you know, you might have to count on a couple guys to just, even if it's in a backup role, to give you a few more reps.
You announced early in the week that Chuba will start again today. Your thoughts about the way he played last week and how is he prepared for this matchup?
I thought he's been great this week. You know, I thought he went out there. It was his first start this year. Played well against Wisconsin, got us the lead, brought us back and took it to overtime. So really excited to see what he can do, you know, with another week. You know, like all players, I think the more you play, the more you grow.
Nothing goes better with Husker Sports and Fairbury. Fairbury premium quality hot dogs. Deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Fairbury, the official hot dog of Husker Nation. More with the coach coming up next.
This is the Matt Rule pregame show, brought to you by the 1890 Initiative. You're listening to Big Red Football.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now, get a new 2023 Ford F-150 with 2.9% financing for 72 months. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
If your furnace could have roamed with the dinosaurs and is a Furnasaurus, listen up. John Henry's is giving away a new furnace completely free. To enter, go to jhlincoln.com right now and enter to win. If you think yours is the oldest furnace in town, enter by November 26th at jhlincoln.com or give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. I'm Tom Osborne, former football coach and founder of the Teammates Mentoring Program. I'm recruiting for the team, and I want it to be the finest team in America. I'm looking for someone like you to be a teammate's mentor, someone who is willing to reach out to a child and make a difference. Meeting with a student once a week at school can make an impact in their life and in the community. We want you to join our team. Go to teammates.org to apply today.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller. Come on, boys, pick up the pace! SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells, "Where are you going? Be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Farming today is a combination of hard work, innovation, and partnerships to help keep us moving forward. Sapp Brothers Petroleum has provided us with fuel, propane, and lubricants on the farm for many years.
For over 52 years, Sapp Brothers has been a reliable partner to thousands of farmers across our area to protect your equipment and keep your farm fueled. Sapp Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Huskers Athletics and to serve Nebraska farmers and Husker fans across America's heartland.
Hey Husker fans, it's Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. As we get ready to celebrate 1890's one-year anniversary, I'm proud to say the 1890 Initiative now represents 150 Husker student athletes in 9 sports. And with your help, we can keep 1890 going strong, helping student athletes get the most from their name, image, and likeness, and preparing them for life after college. Visit 1890nebraska.com to learn more about NIL and 1890 and contribute today.
Husker Football brought to you in part by your Midwest Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com for all your truck, SUV, and electric vehicle needs. Today, the Nebraska Cornhuskers set to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes as we continue our visit with head coach Matt Rhule. The Hawkeyes, I've always said, Coach, they don't mind punting, and they got a great punter, by the way, but that's kind of what is part of their DNA, is this, we're just going to keep punting the ball back and forth and win games late.
Yeah, you can do that when you have a great defense. You can do that when you have great special teams. They're going to try to tilt the field, make you make a mistake, let you be impatient. It's a formula that's worked for a long, long time. It's a formula that's got them in the Big Ten championship game. And so I think for us, we have to make some plays in special teams. We have to make some plays on offense and defense. We have to win the field position battle as well. We have to make great punts. And when you look at the games we've won this year, we've done those things. We've made those plays. And so our guys know what to do. They know how to do it. I think it's really important for us just to go out and make those things happen.
You said they have a great defense. What makes them so good?
Well, they don't give up explosive plays. They don't give up big plays. They make you earn everything. They're so physical. They're so rugged. And they got great players. I think and the biggest thing is they're comfortable. It's 7-3. They don't panic. They don't try to do something out of the norm. It's kind of where we still have to grow a little bit. We get into a tight ball game. Our guys, it can be a little uncomfortable sometimes being down 3, being up 3. But they've done it for so long that they're comfortable in those situations. They know eventually they're going to make a play. Today, for us, it's about being patient. It's about being aggressive at times. It's about making the play. And, coming off of last week, a disappointing loss, but I thought you saw Malachi make a huge catch, Jalen Wood make a huge play, Fedoni do it, Alex Bullock do it, Emmett Johnson do it. Our guys are getting more and more confident, and we'd love to see them go out and make those plays in this game.
Coach, nationally, people poke fun at them offensively, the lack of putting points on the board. What do you see from them offensively?
Well, they can run the football. They get guys open. They play as a team. If they were to come out and all of a sudden start going spread no huddle and trying to score 30 points a game, they might score a few more points, but the whole formula that they have wouldn't work together. And until you've played in these winds, until you play in the weather that we play in, it's hard for people to understand. But they understand. I think that's what's really important.
Farmers Mutual Nebraska, experience a personalized difference when your insurance is kept local. Visit fmne.com to contact an agent near you. Some final thoughts from the head coach coming up next
on the Huskers Radio Network.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the enhanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
you can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Hey Huskers, it's a new day in Nebraska. Manzer Equipment, Mertz Farm Equipment, and West Point Implement of Columbus have teamed up as True Ag and Turf. Coach Rule is bringing innovation and high-performance standards to Husker football, and True Ag is doing the same to your farm with game-changing Fendt equipment. As Big Red establishes power on the field, True Ag and Turf does the same in the field by welcoming Fendt to Nebraska.
Hey Husker fans, it's Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. As we get ready to celebrate 1890's one-year anniversary, I'm proud to say the 1890 Initiative now represents 150 Husker student athletes in 9 sports. And with your help, we can keep 1890 going strong, helping student athletes get the most from their name, image, and likeness, and preparing them for life after college. Visit 1890nebraska.com to learn more about NIL and 1890 and contribute today.
This is Big Red Football.
Hey Husker fans, it's Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. As we get ready to celebrate 1890's one-year anniversary, I'm proud to say the 1890 Initiative now represents 150 Husker student athletes in 9 sports. And with your help, we can keep 1890 going strong, helping student athletes get the most from their name, image, and likeness, and preparing them for life after college. Visit 1890nebraska.com to learn more about NIL and 1890 and contribute today.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
The 1890 Initiative, helping Husker athletes navigate name, image, and likeness. To learn more or donate, visit 1890nebraska.com. Today, the challenge for the Nebraska Cornhuskers are the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Black Friday game, the Heroes game. Terrific concept. Josh Hicks is this year's Nebraska hero. It's also a senior day, a chance for you and for our fans to say goodbye to some guys who've put a lot of heart and time into this program. How important has this group been to you in your first 12 months on the job?
They've been unbelievable. They've been absolutely unbelievable. And, you know, they've been here through a tough stretch, a tough period in time in Nebraska football history. And all they've done is, in my opinion, is worked and acted with class and dignity and stood in the gap while things were built up around them. And so I have no doubt that the young players we have on our team are going to lead us to great things. But it'll be this veteran group, this older group that accepted this coaching staff and accepted these young players that's allowed it to happen. And so I can think of no better way to honor them than to go out and coach and play and play free and watch them play their best game. You've had that trophy on display really all year long. I know you'd love to keep it here for another 12 months, right? Yeah, you know, one of my first memories of being here was, Garrett Nelson last year after winning the game, grabbing that trophy and what it meant because he had never held it before. And, I think I'd love to see Luke Reimer and Nick Henrich, coming off a torn ACL, and all the guys will be out there for us. I'd love to see those guys run over and grab it, and that would mean a lot to me. Good luck today. All right, thank you. This week's contestant for the Woodhouse block punt for a touchdown contest is Christine Meyer from Omaha. If the Huskers block a punt, return it for a touchdown, Christine could win a 2-year, 10,000-mile per year lease on a truck from Woodhouse. Thanks to all who have registered throughout the season to be a contestant in our weekly contest. We have more pregame coming up from Memorial Stadium next.
On the Huskers Radio Network.
Pioneer is proud to partner with Iowa and Nebraska in the Pioneer Heroes game on November 24th. This coveted trophy game is about more than winning. It's about those in our local community who inspire us in our everyday lives. From the school bus driver to the volunteer firefighter, there are those that make a difference and, simply put, make our lives better. Every community has their heroes, and Pioneer is proud to honor those who stand as an inspiration to others in the Pioneer Heroes game.
Farming today is a combination of hard work, innovation, and partnerships to help keep us moving forward. Sapp Brothers Petroleum has provided us with fuel, propane, and lubricants on the farm for many years.
For over 52 years, Sapp Brothers has been a reliable partner to thousands of farmers across our great state. We work hard to make sure our customers have the most reliable supply, provided in the safest manner and at the most competitive price. Trust Sapp Brothers Petroleum to protect your equipment and keep your farm fueled. Sapp Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Huskers Athletics and to serve Nebraska farmers and Husker fans across America's heartland.
Welcome back to the Acres Broadcast Center. I'm Matt Coatney. Let's take a look at the Sandhills Big Ten scoreboard update. The 1890 initiative, helping Husker athletes navigate name, image, and likeness. To learn more or donate, visit 1890nebraska.com. In addition to Nebraska and Iowa, there is one other Big Ten game on this Black Friday. The rest of the league plays tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central. Number 12, Penn State at Michigan State. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, the big game, number 2, Ohio State at number 3, Michigan at the Big House. Indiana's at Purdue at 11 a.m. Central in the battle for the Old Oaken Bucket. At 2:30 p.m. Central tomorrow, Northwestern at Illinois, the Land of Lincoln Trophy on the line. Wisconsin at Minnesota for Paul Bunyan's Axe. Maryland at Rutgers. Don't forget Husker Volleyball at Wisconsin at 3 p.m. today, and Husker Soccer in the NCAA Tournament at 4. I'm Matt Coatney. Get ready, Nebraska. Greg Sharp, Damon Benning, and Jessica Cootie are all ready to go. Nebraska versus Iowa. Husker football next.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Huskers Radio Network.
The 31st head coach of the University of Nebraska's football program, Mr. Matt Rule.
It's time for Nebraska Cornhuskers football.
They take the handoff. Chuba keeps it himself. Touchdown.
A new era begins in Husker football.
Touchdown, Nebraska.
I want to build a team that's tough. I want to build a team that's hardworking. I expect our guys to be tough. I expect them to work hard, and I expect them to compete. And I expect that because I and my staff will do the same thing every day.
It's time for the Pre-Kick Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery.
Well, it's hard to believe that the 2023 regular season of college football ends today. For the Nebraska Cornhuskers, it seemed like only yesterday the Big Red opened the Matt Rule era on a Thursday night in Minneapolis. But here we are. On Black Friday, the Cornhuskers are attempting for the 4th time this season to become bowl eligible as they host the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Heroes game. Good morning from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, and a happy belated Thanksgiving. I'm Greg Sharp. After Nebraska discovered the hunt for Red October, they are now hoping that November can be kind to them here today. The last 3 weeks have been frustrating for this team, but last week's overtime loss at Wisconsin, well, it was the toughest pill to swallow yet. Coach Rule mentioned on Wednesday that the loss stung more than the previous ones and took a little bit more time to shake off. Well, here come the Hawkeyes, fresh off of a win over Illinois, which clinched the Big Ten West title, the 3rd in the Kirk Ferentz era. This Iowa team has really struggled on offense, but as usual, they play great defense, and they are elite on special teams. For the 34th consecutive Black Friday, the Huskers are playing football, and today they need a win over their arch rivals, not only to become bowl eligible, but to retain the Heroes Trophy, which has been on display in the football office for the last 12 months. When we come back, we'll hear the thoughts of Damon Benning as pregame continues from Lincoln.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery on the Huskers Radio Network.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the enhanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
There's no community like a Cenex community. And that's why every Cenex store is so proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. Your local Cenex doesn't just work in your town, it lives there. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Get ready to rule the field and revolutionize your farming game with Valley, the game changer in irrigation and ag tech solutions. With time and labor-saving measures, ground-truthing results, and effective input reduction, Valley provides the perfect game plan so you stay ahead of what's in the field. From the best in irrigation and cutting-edge ag tech solutions to personalized support, Valley is your winning team. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
Sunday morning. You can smell it. Game day. And the brisket you've been smoking since last night. A day to be with family, aka fellow football fans. Traditions make Sundays easy to enjoy. Beers do too. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Big Red Football.
For 47 years, Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont has been family owned and operated. We'll treat you like family and focus on providing you the best buying experience possible. Visit us in Fremont to shop Nebraska's #1 volume Buick GMC dealer. And if you need a commercial vehicle, we're your GMC Business Elite dealer. Shop at SidDillonBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
November is Carbon Monoxide Awareness Month, and John Henry's is leading the way in keeping your home safe. Don't let this silent killer go unnoticed. Carbon monoxide is odorless, colorless, and can be deadly. To ensure the safety of you and your family, John Henry's is offering 15% off a carbon monoxide detector this month. Call John Henry's to schedule today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved-up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the trail-taming 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery. on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back. I'm Jessica Cootie. It's time for our BMO fan of the game, and we welcome in Bill and Brenda Wastapel. Bill and Brenda have been longtime valued clients of BMO for 10 years and have 4 children, ages 26, 24, 22, 20, all Husker fans since birth. You guys don't look old enough to have kids that age, by the way. Bill is an executive vice president for Orion Advisor Solutions and has been with the company for nearly 30 years, leading distribution with other financial institutions. Well, you guys are longtime Husker fans, but first time coming to an Iowa game. How about that? How excited are you for today's matchup?
I'm pretty excited. I just want to make sure that we win today.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
You staying warm?
No.
No. What is it about Nebraska football and the Huskers that you guys have been longtime fans?
Well, actually, we met here in Lincoln 30 years ago.
We're born and raised in Nebraska, so they've always been somebody we always liked.
Yeah, and plus we actually met going to school here about 31, 32 years ago.
Wow, that's awesome. Awesome. You got any predictions for today's game? Any keys?
Low scoring, a lot of defense is what I'm going to guess. So I think everybody thinks that too, but I would love a Husker victory.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys and appreciate your support of Husker athletics.
Go Big Red.
Love it. Thanks again to Bill and Brenda for joining us as today's BMO fans of the game. Greg, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Hope those folks have a great time today. Bear the elements. Get out there and root those Huskers on here. The late morning start here at Memorial Stadium against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Welcome back inside the Noddle Company's broadcast booth. The Huskers have retreated back to the locker room. They're about, though, to introduce, I think the numbers are going to be 24 seniors here today. And, Damon, such an emotional day. And some of these guys, because of the COVID situation, still could come back. So the final number may not end up being 24. But take me back to your senior day. I'm sure you remember all the festivities.
Yeah, coming out of the opposite end. I was coming out of the south end zone, and I remember the hugs and the embrace, and that game was of significance too. So the cool thing is you got to feel all the emotions because that's part of it. But then the real competitive part is to channel them. And that's what I think these guys will look forward to today is just channeling all the emotions.
And as a teammate of one of these 24, that you're fired up for them. You want to go lay it on the line, right, for those guys?
Everything about this culture screams, I'm playing for the guys behind us and that are on the same side. Doesn't have anything to do with the guys across the ball from you. And so on a day like today, you want to make sure you pay homage. And it's kind of strange. Coach Rule has talked about this senior class almost since he's got here in terms of their buy-in and how it's possible because of them.
Billy Kemp being introduced right now. They can make their way on through that. The Huskers, that one hurt last week, and Coach Rule even mentioned, he said, yeah, it took us a little longer to get over that one. And that thing stung. Nebraska got off to that great start, led 14-0. But, short week, football, you got to just flip the switch and go, okay, I can't do anything about that one. We got to get ready for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about their culture is this game is everything that they talk about. Embracing the rivalries. And, he talked about Wisconsin and Iowa, and here's Iowa going 1-0. Well, you only have one game left. Getting to a bowl game, well, it's now or never. So all the things that you talked about in theory are right here in front of you because it's the literal and the figurative coming together.
Well, we know Chuba Purdy's going to start for the second straight week. Give me your thoughts on the way he played last Saturday.
Yeah, I thought he was really composed. Showed a little bit better job of being able to play on script and then get off of script and improvise a little bit, which if you go back to the spring, we were thinking, we could really have a lot of work to do. So I love the development and how far he's come. And he has the type of personality. He's almost too loosey-goosey to know any better, right? So you're going to get the positives of that is I don't think he's a nervous guy. The potential downside is, okay, do I understand the magnitude of the moment? Right? So it goes both ways. But he's such an easygoing guy. He'll lay it on the line today.
Took care of the football last week, right?
He really did. He had the unfortunate pick at the tail end of overtime just trying to make a play. But he was very good with the football, especially the ball security and traffic.
All right, today it's another level. I mean, not to disparage Wisconsin's defense, but the Hawkeyes pride themselves on just completely shutting you down, and they've done that time after time all season long.
Yeah, and Nebraska kind of wants to be the Iowa Hawkeyes of Lincoln emotionally, where in a close game, they just expect to win those games. They don't check the scoreboard. They don't play peekaboo. They just, hey, we're going to be in a competitive game late in the fourth quarter. We're going to find a way to win it. So I think deep down that's what he wants this to come down to. how far have we come in terms of the resolve and our mental toughness? Because we figure we're going to be there.
I asked Coach Rural this question. I'm going to ask you the same thing. They're good year after year on the defensive side of the ball. Why are they so good year in and year out?
They're so sound, you know, and I spent a lot of times in meeting rooms with Coach Parker, and his attention to detail, the number of yards from hash to hash, when the quarterback throws from the bottom of the numbers, what's a high-risk throw versus a low-risk throw? By formation, what are they willing to give up within the defense? And then everybody understanding their role. It's a machine, and it's a thing of beauty kind of when you hear it unfold and he puts words to it and his guys buy into it. Those are the only guys that they recruit. If you're not all in on the philosophy and it's about individualism, you probably got to find someplace else different to be.
All right, let's go to the offense. They're kind of a national punching bag. Right? I mean, people make fun of them. You can't score, da-da-da-da-da. Coach Rule's like, no, they kind of know what they want to do. They'll keep staying with the run game and hope to pop one late in the game. They did last week against Illinois. And
you called that, by the way.
Game. Well, not to be. I'm just modest. But that's what they don't get. Coach Burrow said they don't get their breathing accelerated. They just stay within the breath.
Yeah, I think that's enviable too, right? Where you don't panic. There's zero sense of urgency, and they've embraced who they are. Just say that to yourself sometimes. When people don't like the way you look and you're okay with it and you kind of thrive in it, that says something about you and your level of security. And you have to have a component of that if you're going to play in this offense.
All right, how about the defense today for the black shirts? What's the plan today? Obviously, you want to try to pinch them off. You want to try to not let them get first down so they can flip the field on you with the punt game.
So I think defensively they'll have a chance to make some splash plays, whether it's a tackle for loss or sacking the quarterback. Deacons held on to the ball a little bit. They got him down to the ground 4 times last week. And Iowa's offensive line is a little nicked. I think Nebraska has an advantage when they're on defense along the interior. The key will be don't blink, because there's always that play or two that an Iowa offense will make when they have to, and you're kicking yourself that you shouldn't have given it up. So you got to stay sharp.
The last of the seniors was Ethan Piper, introduced to the crowd today. Ethan's still in a wheelchair after that horrific leg injury that he had a couple of weeks ago. Let's send you down to the sidelines. Jessica Cootie's been watching these introductions. She watched warm-ups as well. Give me what's on your mind.
Well, let's start with injuries. Nick Hendrich, of course, out. Elijah Judy out, but said Nick Hendrich would be down here coaching up his guys. He sure enough is. He's in good spirits and, of course, as involved as he's always been. Phelan Sanford is back after leaving last week's game with a concussion. Blaze Gunnarsson also back in uniform. Terrence Knighton told us this week he said there's no chance he's missing this game. Anthony Grant, I watched him closely in warm-ups. I thought he was moving pretty well, and he was back in the number 2 spot at running back. So I think he looks pretty good back there, not limping very much after he left last week's game, and wasn't putting much weight on that leg when he left. As far as the quarterbacks go, we heard all week, or we heard that it was going to be Chuba Purdy was going to be the starter, but Jeff Sims also took the number 2 snaps. I was watching Heinrich Harburg. He was limping pretty badly. We heard Marcus Satterfield saying that all 3 quarterbacks were preparing like they were going to go, but Heinrich Harburg still looks like he's got a pretty good limp. Another thing I noticed is all the coaches are sporting the Fu Manchus today. I asked CJ, the director of football relations, what that is about, the Fu Manchus, and he goes, I don't know, we just told to do it, and so everybody's doing it. So all the coaches and all the staff as well. Lots of recruits down here as well, taking in all of the warm-ups. And guys, senior day, very, very special. Just watched a very, very special moment. I actually got a little emotional with Nuri, who is wearing his stepdad's name on his back today. Regaler is the name on the back of number 63 for today. He surprised him coming out of the tunnel. Lots of emotions there, and just a really special moment, but really special for all these seniors running out here for the final time today.
I thank you, Jess. Good news on AG. Maybe get him the ball.
Unbelievable. And I was very concerned after watching that injury on replay on the tackle, because it happened at the tail end of the tackle, and he was on his back where your legs are very vulnerable. And to see him moving around this morning, I should say, relative to the week of practice, is nothing short of great news. And he's the type of back with his mentality. You need him against a defense like this if he takes care of the football, because the combo of he and EJ, it's a pretty good duo.
Both teams back in the locker rooms, about ready to hear the pregame show from the Huskers marching band. We're going to step aside, get a break in, back with more pregame thoughts coming up.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery on the Huskers Radio Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Nebraska Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Husker farmers do it all. That's why at Ag Leader, we're devoted to making your life easier every day through every season with our easy-to-use precision farming technology that can do it all alongside you, from planting and spraying to steering, harvesting, and more. For every farm and every field activity, do it all on your farm with Ag Leader. Contact your local Ag Leader dealer or visit agleader.com to upgrade your farm equipment with Ag Leader this year.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3 or 7 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3 or 7 months with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier checking account. Give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
This is Big Red Football.
There's room at the table. Central Valley Ag works with farmers and ranchers to deliver the protein and minerals to ensure their herds are at optimal performance. Winter is coming. CVA's Power Cow tubs help your herd stay strong and healthy through the toughest season. For a limited time,
presenting in their 145th year, the University of Nebraska Cornhusker Marching Band. This is the pride of all Nebraska. With twirlers Kerrigan Hurst and Stephanie Lean. And drum majors Violin Decker, Jason Manzito, Stephanie Nolda, and Madison Valnapham. It's the Heroes Game in Memorial Stadium, and there is no place like Nebraska. welcome our visitors from the University of Iowa. Husker fans, please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, conducted by Director of Bands Dr. Carolyn Barber. By executive order of the Commander-in-Chief, all active duty military personnel in civilian attire and military veterans are authorized to maintain their cover and render a proper hand salute. The colors are being presented by a full joint color guard and commanded by midshipmen from the Navy ROTC program. The band's traditional pregame salute to the fans in all four stadiums begins with the well-known football classic, Mr. Touchdown, USA! Our salute continues with the majestic strains of March Grandioso. Then let's all chant the letters of Nebraska with March of the Cornhuskers. Nebraska's own. Hail Varsity!
The projected starting lineup for your Nebraska Cornhuskers. Presented by J-Tech Construction and Solar. On the offense, Teddy Prohaska, Justin Evans Jenkins, Ben Scott, Nuri Nuwili, Bryce Benhart. Receivers at tight end, Nate Borkercher. Thomas Fedoni II. At slot receiver, Billy Kemp IV. At wideout, Alex Bullock. Malachi Coleman. In the backfield, at running back, Emmett Johnson. And at quarterback, Chubba Purdy. The defense, Ty Robinson. Nash Hutmaker. Jamari Butler. Linebackers, MJ Sherman. Luke Reimer. John Bullock. The secondary, Quinton Newsom. Isaac Gifford. Malcolm Hartzog. Omar Brown. Tommy Hill. The specialists at kicker, Tristan Alvano. At long snapper, Marco Ortiz. And at punter, Brian Buschini. 12th round is here. Day by day, we've fought for this opportunity. We will persist until we succeed. Relentless, disciplined, and violent. We won't wait for the fight. We are swinging first. 1% better. Body blows until the final bell. Get up, Husker Nation. There's no place like Nebraska.
It's ahead. Iowa wants the ball. Which way do you want to kick? Iowa won the coin toss, was elected to receive. Gentlemen, play hard, good luck, and have fun.
Kicking off for Nebraska, number 30, Tristan Alvado. Back to return it for Iowa, number 21, Caden Weegan.